All right. Kim and Robin here for another week of Wednesday Wellness. We're excited to be back. I'm so excited to have my partner back with me. Yay, she's doing great. She looks beautiful.
Yay, I'm so excited. I just had to fix everything, so I was a little discombobulated there. So yes, I'm here. I have my I have my sling in tow. I
Your
have to lean
shoulder
my arm
sling.
on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so anyway,
Yeah. But
it's good to be back.
yeah, it is great to have you back. So we're going to talk about how our overall health it's more than just fitness and nutrition, which we talk about quite a bit and which are both important. But we will also want to talk, and we've both followed Dr. Mark Hyman. He is a functional medicine doctor, one of the top functional medicine doctors in the US. And so he gives a lot of great information, and we both recommend you follow him if you haven't yet, or get his books. He's written, you're going to share. Okay.
Go
great.
ahead, keep talking. Keep talking.
So thank you for sharing this. So we wanted to talk about this topic, ingredients for a fulfilling and healthy life. And it just encompasses way more than just eating and moving, which are both important. So
And things that we often don't do.
or we don't think
I know
about it, or we
I'm
don't
guilty of it.
Yeah.
Kim, I'm sure you're guilty of it. And I know other people are guilty of it.
Yeah. And or we
I
just
see
make
it
a
around
priority.
me.
Yeah.
Right.
So
you want to go ahead and go through each one?
Sure.
Like,
So,
and
if we talk about these, I think I'll talk about the taking care of yourself overall is mind, body, spirit, right? So, and he shows the running lady there, but that shows movement, but it's also obviously nutrition. But
right.
getting moving every day is key. And even if it's not a deliberate exercise, it's moving, walking, taking stairs, parking back far in the parking lot, just little things you can do. But I really
also I want to add too, like if you work in an office, guys, don't sit at your desk all day. You've got to get up, get away from your desk like every hour and a half or something, at least. Walk to the water cooler, do a stretch. There's chair yoga that you can find on YouTube. Sit there and do some stretches, because I feel like a lot of people who work at desk jobs, they get and I even find myself, if I'm doing a project, I get carried away and I don't stop, and I go. And then I go to stand up and I almost fall down. Yeah. So I feel like that's important too. Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. And to just go along with what you just said, like if I've been sitting for an hour, 45 minutes, 60 minutes, I get up and I do some walking lunges to stretch my hip flexors. Your hip flexors are in your crease of your lap. So stretching those is key, because they tend to get tight the more we sit. We are a sitting society in the US, unfortunately.
Yep.
And you may have heard sitting is the new smoking. So
it's true.
It's true. So anyway, I did want to talk about that, but practicing self-love and self-compassion are key, and loving ourselves along the journey of, getting healthy is important. It's a matter of really, and giving yourself grace, first of all, because none of us are perfect. But it's just taking those small steps to, getting to where we want to be. And self-care, self-love can be, a bubble bath, getting a manicure, getting a massage, walking just in the park, or walking down your street, doing an act of kindness, because that actually helps you to feel better, when you.
But in self-compassion too.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't do. Like they talk down to themselves,
right?
They talk negatively about themselves. I mean, I used to be really guilty of this until I did emotional intelligence. And when I went through trainings there, that just knocked me over about how badly I was, talking about myself. And, that is probably one of the worst things that you can do.
And it's beating yourself up. It's like you're your own bully.
Right. You think of yourself, if I was speaking to Kim the way I would speak to myself and it was negative, like you would never do that, right? You would never speak to a friend in that negative way. So if you do that, people, if you find you're guilty of that, stop and put your child in that place of you, put your parent, put your friend, and then you'll
Yeah.
notice that you might not say something that negative. So
Right.
yeah.
That's a good way to say it, Robin. Think of it as, somebody you love, because
Yeah.
you should
Yeah.
love ourselves. And
Yeah.
then working on a growth mindset. And that is just like I look at it as like, how can I be better in myself? Like just learning, be more confident. And I think it does come with age, but I also think when you have a
Yeah.
growth mindset that you want to learn, you're curious, and that's how I feel like both Robin and I, we are in that growth mindset. We're always learning. We're like sponges,
Yeah.
and I feel like, oh, and there's so much to learn, so little time.
What else can I do? What other training can I take? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
That and
Kim's worse than me, but
but being open to it. That's the thing. It's about being open instead of closed. Because I've
that's the
noticed
key.
myself.
That's the key.
Yeah. And I just being curious, I think, is a huge thing. And saying, well, you know what, just being open
Yeah.
to learning new things. And because we kind of
I'm so glad you said that, because that's exactly what I was going to say. Because if you can't work on a growth mindset if you are closed-minded.
right. Exactly. So
that's it.
You want to talk about building relationships and community?
Sure. I love building relationships and community. That's everything. That's how I met Kim.
Yeah.
I would have never, ever met Kim and had this wonderful person in my life had I not gotten into this fitness community. You learn from other people when you open yourself up to community. You help other people because you might have something that you can share to help them and you don't even know it.
Right.
To me, we are born to interact with others. We really are. We're not born just to stay by ourselves and not build relationships and community. It makes you feel loved. It makes other people feel loved. This is probably my favorite part of the whole thing is community.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I love teaching fitness classes.
Yes.
I like that so much better than, like doing workouts by myself. I still do work out by myself, but I love the community aspect.
Yeah, I agree. Same, everything you said. And I do online coaching, as Robin does too. And I've met the coolest people, even online,
Yes.
That's
how we met. That's how you and I met. We met online,
Yeah. So, it's just, but it's neat that, we had to go online during the pandemic and stuff, but now we're, we can, but it's kind of a cool venue that we've been able to make it work in a positive way. But yeah,
absolutely.
And just studies show that like the more you are in community and you have a social structure, healthy social infrastructure, it's just healthier for you the longer you live, and it's a good thing. So
yep. The last thing, having a sense of purpose. And this is really, I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this, but a sense of purpose to me, in my opinion, if you do not have a sense of purpose, you have nothing. You have to have a reason to want to live.
Well,
and so my question for you, Kim, is what is your purpose?
I'm glad you asked. Thank you for asking, because I really feel like my purpose now in this phase of my life, I'm 66 years old, in the middle of midlife, heading to, I don't know where I'm, like, what do you call the last, I don't feel like I'm a senior citizen, but I guess I am. So
yeah, but that's okay. It's just a word.
It's just a word. But I feel like the position I'm in now is I've got all these tools to help women and men in my age group to, sorry, I thought I got telephones. Anyway, it is to help men and women to age better, to age well. And I'm not talking about anti-aging. I'm talking aging young and not aging old, aging with function, aging with having the best, our best life, making the rest of our life the best of our life. And I feel like I'm doing it myself, and I'm like, okay, now that I know how this works, how I can help others, and that gives me purpose, especially when somebody says, Kim, you've changed my life.
Yep.
Like, that's the best.
It is.
And so I love that. And so that's what I feel like my purpose is, to just kind of guide others, help them to age the best they can. And so they can have full function. My goal is to dance at my grandkids' weddings when I'm probably in my 80s or 90s, and I want to dance like a crazy lady. And so
you will,
and do all the things and hang with my older kids. Our kids are in their 30s and 40s. So it's like, I want to hang with them, do all the fun things. So yeah. What about you, Robin?
My purpose is to aspire to inspire people to live their healthiest life. And that's been mine for a long time. But also added to that is to inspire people to be kind. Because I know we're missing so much kindness in the world, and kindness changes everything. So along with you, I'm the same way. I want to let people know, like, look, age is just a number. And even though I've had shoulder replacements, listen, I'm going to be as good as new, and I'm going to keep on keeping on. And, I'm not going to jump around like a crazy person and be nuts and roll tires and all that kind of stuff, because I don't have to do that. Right.
Right.
I'm going to stay fit and healthy and keep inspiring other people to get out and walk and to just be kind to one another. Like, there's no reason not to. We get one life, and live it well.
And we have one house to live in, our body. So
exactly. I did have other statistics, and I am going to drop the podcast that Dr. Hyman did on the illustration that we showed you. It's like 15 minutes. It's a bite. He calls it a bite, and it is really good information. And a lot of the information that I have from it, or got from it, is what I was going to talk about. Just a couple things I will add is, did you know that people who are lonely are at risk of death more than people who are obese?
Wow.
That is crazy. And it's being lonely to your health is equal to smoking 2 packs of cigarettes a day.
Wow.
I was blown away by that. So listen, community is everything, you guys. I'm not just saying that because of what we said earlier, but it's for your health. So make a friend, say hello, go for a walk in the park, join a walking club. That's the greatest thing to do, is go join something by yourself that you don't know anybody, and make community. Find something that you like. If you like to walk, if you like to play pickleball, go do it by yourself. Find like-minded things, look it up online. What are you interested in? Art, go take an art class. I met some amazing ladies. I took an art class several years ago, and I'm not even an artsy person, but I just like to do crafty stuff. And I met the nicest ladies. If it's a Bible study, do a Bible study, whatever interests you, look it up and go do something. Social networking improves your lifespan and your health span. It improves your blood pressure, your waist circumference, your body mass, and it reduces inflammation. So those are the things for your physical health that social networking can help.
Wow.
Our interactions regulate our biology as well as our immune system. And then what else? Let's see. Having a sense of purpose can extend your life by 7 years.
Oh, I believe it.
What? That's
I'm going to tell you a quick
it
story.
Increases your pardon?
Oh, no, go ahead. I was going to tell you a quick story. My great aunt, who lived to be 100, she in the retirement home she lived in, she would take care of the bird. They had they had a little bird sanctuary inside, and her purpose was she fed the birds. I mean, and she read novels every day. She was always reading, but I think she loved feeding the birds and having that thing
that's so good
to have to.
Because whatever relaxes you, and absolutely. So then the things that he gave, how to prioritize and how you can start is breath work. Do breath work 5 times a day, which I know I don't do it 5 times a day. I do meditate and I do a little bit of breath work. And it's easy. Like you just like inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat that like 5 times.
Yeah.
It's simple. Meditation, of course, improves anxiety and inflammation and sleep. Yoga, stretching, we already talked about that. Get out in nature, it aligns your nervous system. And go out barefoot.
Yes.
Grounding. Yes, do it. And I think I do my meditation every morning, but I think I'm going to start doing the grounding like in my bare feet every morning too. And just see like what the differences are, journaling 20 minutes a day, connection, of course, exercise and strength training, obviously, and healthy nutrition, of course.
Yeah.
And we get to stop doing for others and doing, and not giving too much to other people and not enough time for ourselves. And, listen, I know we've said it before, but moms are very guilty of this.
Yeah.
So do the breath work, start somewhere, just start taking care of you in other ways other than fitness and nutrition, although we still want you to do that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, yeah. So we'll drop that in the notes.
Yep.
And in the comments, and people can see that podcast, listen to the podcast. And just want to say, have fun and live young.
Yep.
Great rest of your week.
All right. See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye.